NICIPEPER.com. Go and check it out. Oh, shut up. She's not. Shh. Good morning and welcome to Voices in the Valley, where we celebrate the creative spirit and nurture the art of storytelling. My name is Steph, and I'm so excited because Dina's back.
Hello.
Welcome back to You Exist.
I do exist.
You're not a figment of my imagination. There have been many people who have wondered. They have said, yeah, is Dee really there? But we've been friends from
Third grade,
and we met
in the bathroom at the elementary school.
Dina, I'm
Innocence
delighted.
of youth.
Innocence of youth is right, and I'm delighted because we have two really fantastic people here today. We have Star Prairie Jerry here to our left. He is joining us because I met Star Prairie Jerry through the Star Prairie Jam, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about that. You're going to need to talk on the microphone.
Star
though,
Prairie
Jerry.
Jam is our music venue in Star Prairie. It's a wide open, anything goes kind of music extravaganza.
That's about accurate.
Our guest today is one of my early arrivals at that jam all those years back, and I have followed her career for a few years now, and been one of her leading cheerleaders, and I've adopted her. And
Keeps me
she
in line.
hasn't called the police yet. So
Okay, so Jerry, the suspense is killing me. Say the name of our guest.
our guest is one and only Nici Peper.
Oh, cute. Thank you.
Yes, Nikki, it's delightful to have you here, and thank you, Jerry,
You're
for
welcome.
connecting us to her. Are you gonna
I'm gonna
sneak
bow
out?
I'm gonna let you ladies
Okay,
handle it.
he is
I'm in heaven,
leaving. All right, well, fine, go
Don't
ahead.
go too far.
See,
Don't go
Thank
too
you.
far. We want to be able to
Bye,
wave to
Jerry.
you. Yes,
but
thank
knocking
you.
back in.
Thanks, Jerry, for joining us. So, Nici Peper is a rootsy Americana folk singer-songwriter based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, influenced by the tradition of classic storytellers. She has been described as vintage and soulful, and her lyrics are open and honest. She writes of love, heartbreak, and her dreams, exposing her inner soul to the world within her lyrics and music. That is poetical in and of itself. I feel like you should sing that. Put that to a tune, Nikki.
My talent agent wrote that up for me. It's very sweet. She's very good at that.
Yeah, clearly she is. Well, tell me more. What does that mean, influenced by the tradition of classic storytellers?
I grew up. My dad would read stories to me when my brother and sister and I, when we were like going to bed at night. So I've always been fascinated by a good story. And then I started listening to John Prine and Chris Christopherson and Townes Van Zandt and Guy Clark and some of those great storytellers. And I always thought it was brilliant that you could take a concept like that and put it into like a 3.5-minute song and convey a beautiful story and an emotion. So that's what I try to do when I write.
Oh, I love it. And how long have you been playing music?
Well, pretty much my whole life. I come from a really musical family. But I started playing guitar after I turned 20.
After you turned 20?
Yeah. I played
It's
piano.
not too late for us, Dina.
No, it's never too late. I'm only 25, so I can
Yes,
start
exactly.
Be careful, though. It will take over.
It's addictive, I'm sure.
It is addictive, yeah.
What inspired you to pick up the guitar?
I had played piano, and I was getting more and more into music, and my parents bought me a guitar. But I was in college, and I was in art, and I was doing other things, and then it was just like sitting under my bed for like 2 years. And then I took a class, started to learn like the basics, and then I started to realize that I could write songs too. And then it was all downhill from there. Really. The rest is history, I guess.
So if I'm understanding correctly, you've only been writing songs since your early 20s.
Yeah.
Where do you get the inspiration for the music that you write?
From things that I experience, I think, for the most part. Like I have a song about my grandparents, a song for my mom. My mom went through breast cancer,
wow.
and she's my hero. And
Yeah.
so I have a song that I wrote called Bluebird, and every time she comes to a show, she sings it with me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really special.
absolutely. Could you play just a little stanza from Bluebird?
Sure.
Would you share that
Sure.
with us?
Yeah. Hey, bluebird, play your little tune. Melody as sweet as a silver spoon. Stop just a minute and play to me your song. And then as you must move along, move along. 'Cause hearts like yours make my skies a little more blue. And eyes like yours, well, they make mine too. Shine on you, oh darling, they will shine on you.
Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Where do you find the courage to share these experiences and these deep private moments of your soul with the audience? Because it's so beautiful listening to what you are playing for us, and I just think it takes a lot of courage to be able to do that.
That's a really interesting question. Sometimes it's harder than others,
Okay.
you know. But for me, one of the absolute best feelings I have ever experienced is singing and playing. And it's like if I'm playing to people, if I just shut my eyes, and it's like playing to that muse that is music. It's like that. It's a very spiritual connection to me, and then everything else falls away, like the judgment and the worried about what other people are thinking or what is happening, or if a fight's breaking out or what. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, when you get started, you play all kinds of venues.
All kinds of venues. Yep. Yeah. And I think too, as a songwriter, I feel like I'm not the only one that knows how these feelings. Everybody's human. Everybody goes through things, and I have lots of music that I've connected to, that songs that'll put words to feelings better than I can, and I guess I like to put them out there because maybe it could help someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be encouraging.
You know, I really do think it helps other people, and it's you're giving people a gift of music, and you're making them feel validated that they're not the only ones sharing some of these experiences. And I think that's the power of art in so many ways, is it takes those things like breast cancer that are so exceedingly hard to deal with, and in a way it almost sacralizes it and makes it holy, something that's such a deep and dark experience. And so it's beautiful. And what is wonderful is we get to continue to hear this wonderful music after our break. Will, student host here on Voices in the Valley, is going to come and join us. He is a sweetie. Will is great. And after we have our mid-program highlight, we're going to have you continue on.